Okay, let's go. So, $3 billion. That's the total advertising spend that we manage for the likes of Google, Target, NBCU, and BT. And it's a huge responsibility that they put on us. My name is Iain. I work for a company called Essence. And our mission is to make advertising more valuable to the world. We do this by a transparent operating model. We expose everything to our clients, and we use technology to underpin that. These days, you guys will all know, there's some serious trust issues with advertising. Fraud, bloated fees being embedded into your agency costs, spam, and this all puts what we're doing into question. And it gets even more complicated when you think about the data points that we're now having to manage, right? And that's what my team looks at, is how do we pull together all of this data and give our clients accurate representation of what's happening in the world. But we've got real issues within our teams. Our users have lost trust in our technology. We've been trying to do this for a long time. And the hearts and minds were lost, and we needed to solve that. So we started to look into what were the challenges. And what we found is that the number one issue coming through was consistency. Consistency of data, consistency of the message that we were sending to our users and to our clients. So we started thinking about how we were going to solve this. We thought we needed to centralize where people were getting access to the data. We needed an environment to give people the ability to extend and build in custom logic. And then we needed a really slick interface for people to connect the dots in Walk Looker, right? We had been thinking about building something ourselves. Then I started talking to the guys at Looker, spoke to some colleagues that had worked with them before, and felt like this product was built to solve the problems for my business. So, as you can imagine, three kind of success metric areas that we're looking at, a bit like a layer cake. We needed to reduce the data access latency. We needed client-specific models. And we needed all of our applications to be using the same API. So to give you an example of the challenge we had, here's 3 different applications, all with their own different databases, with different refresh times, pulling from our data warehouse. And this was fraught with risk, right? Because the ETL procedures were breaking and causing real challenges. So we started by thinking about the models that we needed to have. We have a core model that represents 80% of what we do, and then we built out models for our individual clients. Next, we thought about how do we put the Looker API at the core of everything. So we migrated our applications away from having their own databases and connecting to the Looker API, and then being able to connect directly to the client-specific models. We had speed issues, right? We were using Postgres and Microsoft Server, but we used a combination of Presto and HDFS to get some incredible results and response times for our users. Again, also using PDTs. So the technical challenge was by and large solved, right? The boxes were all in the right places, the lines were nicely drawn. And it was a fairly good solution. But the biggest challenge was our users, right? And so we had to, at the same time as building out the technical capabilities, we had a campaign running alongside about engaging our users, bringing them along with us on the journey, and thinking about how to grow advocacy within the business. One of the key moments through that process was a collaboration between us and Looker. We hosted an immersive day in our New York and London office. We had some of the best and brightest from Looker and from our team working with users. And out of the back of that, we started to feel advocacy forming. We had people really excited, drumming up support within their teams, and we really felt like we were onto something positive here. Now, it would be remiss of me to just talk about feelings. And look by the numbers now. Now we've got 205 daily active users. We're running over 1.2 million API requests from our different applications per month, and we've got over 2,000 jobs scheduled. So if we bring it back to the advertising spend that we're managing, we're now in a position where we can start to bring back trust into that relationship, to deliver on that promise of transparency, and make good on making advertising more valuable to the world. Thank you. If you have any questions, please come and find me. It'll probably take a bit longer than 5 minutes. Thank you.